CBD compliance is just something that you have to do in order to stay in business. So you're always looking at labels. I mean, there's certain guidelines and restrictions on labels. A lot of it has to do, and I agree with this, is making sure it's childproof and not having little animals, because there could be a gummy there that has THC, a little bit of THC in it, and if a kid gets that because it looks like they're Fred Flintstone gummies, there could be a real big issue. So continuously looking at labels on product, making sure they're up to par with guidelines, looking at state regulations. States now are getting to look at cannabinoids at a specific level. So looking at what's in your products is becoming increasingly important because certain states aren't allowing certain products to be sold because of a cannabinoid. Looking at social media is a big thing, and brands are always trying to find ways to which to do this, to manage, because you're not the source of information. Somebody else is stating that. If they're claiming that it saved them from cancer, like, those are really big claims that you can't be saying just to try and sell a product. The brands know that, the influencers might not. And so keeping track of your social media and your influencers that you're utilizing, that has become, we've been hearing a lot of big brands talk about that and trying to keep up with their social media influencers and what they're saying on social. Lastly is just kind of keeping their product compliant. And I think I stated that earlier, is making sure that the cannabinoids that they're selling within certain states are reading those guidelines for that state specifically. But compliance doesn't need to be hard. Compliance doesn't need to be a burden. It's needed, but there's ways in which that brands are reaching and using third parties to do that. And so it's helped solve this. Since I started, there was none of that. Now you're starting to see third party vendors come in and are helping brands today.